Welcome to Tell the Truth. Now, if you're a faithful viewer of this show, you know that this game is played with one real person who must always tell the truth, right? And then two imposters who can lie right through their teeth, okay? Well, our first guest, he's made a career out of being the most outrageous imposter that we've ever come across on this show. Let's meet him now.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Frank William Abagnale.
Number two.
My name is Frank William Abagnale.
And number three.
My name is Frank William Abagnale.
I, Frank William Abagnale, am known as the world's greatest imposter, and no wonder. In the course of my nefarious career, I've palmed myself off as a doctor, lawyer, college instructor, stockbroker, and airline pilot.
Let me start this off by saying, are you really surprised? I make it my personal mission to undo the numerous counts of damage Stephenie Meyer inflicted upon the world by making Bella a fashion tornado. Every chance I get, nay, every breath I take is an effort to oppress Stephenie Meyer. With that being said, I love the fashion movie Bella has. It's a sort of effortless grunge intertwined with girly moments, which I covered enough in my Twilight video. In particular, might I say, parka rights. Bella's jackets are coincidentally my favorite part of her wardrobe. They embody rainy small-town attire. They even set the tone of the first movie, in my opinion. Her parkas and Edward's dumbass peacoat are the best part of the movie franchise, period.
So
Peacoat,
fell in love with
parka.
Rosalie Hale, in my opinion, is the it girl of Twilight. Where Alice is quirky and Bella is awkward, Rosalie is full of confidence and appeal. In her human life, she was constantly praised for her looks and was described as classy and elegant. But more so, she's intimidating. There's an edge to Rosalie, from her sharp looks to the way she dresses, that is different from the other characters. In the movie adaptations, we see Rosalie dressed in muted colors, grays, whites, and blacks. She wears stiletto heels, leather jackets here and there, and a big opulent necklace that bears the Cullen family crest. Now, if you don't mind me to break away here and ask, why the fuck did they try to push the whole family crest thing on the characters in the early movies? Can you imagine being a high school student and a weird kid comes in with a necklace the size of a potato and they're like, oh, that's my family crest? Can you imagine the weird boy who looks like he's about to vomit every time the new girl comes around, and he just lives his life with an ugly-ass faux leather bracelet on? Just going to PE with that bitch? To science? With his family crest? How did no one know these people were vampires? Believe it or not, before it was a train wreck ABC family show with 18 seasons and twice as many plot holes, Pretty Little Liars was a book series. It followed the same high school teenagers who somehow had the problems of no real person ever, and was generally great in the eyes of 12-year-old me who read as many installments as I could. Spencer Hastings' character is described as having a cute, preppy style in the books, and that still ranged true in the television adaptation as well. Spencer loves herself a good blazer, blouse, stocking combo. She either goes for Oxford or boots, and wears an array of bottoms, from jeans to pinafores to trousers. Trousers. Dark academia queen, might I say.
Oh, you need to calm down.
Jordan Baker is described as one of the new women of the 1920s who is cynical, boyish, and self-centered. According to SparkNotes, the most reliable source on the internet, this sense of being a new woman in the 20s is heavily linked to what we're more so familiar with, which is the flapper. The flapper, quote, distinguishes themselves physically by bobbing their hair, dressing in short skirts, and wearing a lot of makeup. The traditional style of 1920s fashion featured lower waistlines which fell at the hip, more straight-line silhouettes, and a rising hemline that changed from the more conservative ankle length to a more scandalous knee length. I don't have any clothing item that features the same silhouette 1920s dresses are known for, but I do own opulent pieces. Jordan Baker is, in my eyes, defined by her opulence. Flappers were known for living fast, living gaudy, and living new from the time period. So I chose a dress with a rather straight body and a very over-the-top necklace to reference her jeweled neckline from the 2013 movie. For shoes, I chose my heeled Oxford since it's the closest shoe I have in my closet to the infamous Mary Jane or T-strap heels, which were popular in the decade, and I finished it all off with a headscarf, which was also rather popular. From my understanding, because I didn't read the books, Blue has an outgoing, eccentric style when it comes to clothes. In the books, one of her dresses is likened to a lampshade, and she tends to have a Disney Channel layering style going on. She wears colored clips in her hair and more often pairs patterned t-shirts and dresses. She even apparently makes her own clothes. Despite never reading the books, I have come to the conclusion that I would die for Blue. Frankenstein takes place around the end of the 1700s, quite possibly at the start of the 1800s. And when I think of the late 1700s, I think of, well, racism firsthand, but George Washington second, which is like the same thing, I guess, but men's fashion around that time featured waistcoats, which were similar to modern vests, kerchiefs, since there were no ties, and breeches, which are shorter pants, capris, if you will. If you look at the 1977 movie adaptation, the men primarily wear longer pants that are more common today than the ones you'd see in the George Washington portrait. I think this outfit is a more modern take on the 1700s fashion, obviously because I don't own George Washington's closet. Victor Frankenstein is also one of those characters that, if he were to be in the modern times, would be a dark academic. Ancient alchemy addiction? Check. Mastery of studies? Check. Manipulating nature and betraying God, thus creating a ghoulish fiend bent on future destruction and the murder of your family members? Check. He's got it all. And last but not least, we have Henry Winter. This was another suggestion that was given to me over on Instagram. I haven't read The Secret History yet, but from my understanding, it's the epitome of dark academia. Henry Winter is described as having round, wire-rimmed glasses, wears dark English suits, and for some reason, he was carrying around an umbrella in his introductory scene. So for this outfit, I had to Google what the hell an English suit is. Apparently the pants are, quote, slim with a high waist and pleats. The jacket is adorned with a ticket pocket, and the overall suit is tailored close to the body with a tapered waist. American suits, on the other hand, are more loose and have a softer silhouette than the structured English suit. Thus, we have this completed outfit. I went with a suit, circular glasses, and a moody face to really channel my inner Henry Winter. I also relaxed the outfit a little because God, it can't be healthy to be that wired up all the time. And that's all the outfits I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure to subscribe so you can come back into my life and have one last thing in common with my father. And I'll see you next time.